Now another application of self-adjusting property is to prove formulas along with their conditions. So here we'll be proving formulas and we'll start with the first one, and that is if x is greater than equal to 0 and y is greater than equal to 0, we'll need to prove that sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, it will be sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square if x square plus y square is less than equal to 1 and it'll be equal to pi minus sine inverse x into under root 1 minus y square plus y into under root 1 minus x square if x square plus y square is greater than 1. Now when I look at this x into under root 1 minus y square plus y into under root 1 minus x square, it reminds me of sine A cos B and cos A sine B. So what we'll do is we'll try and simplify this expression, which is sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Now what we'll do is we'll let x as sine A and y as sine B. So we can write this expression E as sine inverse sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, and that is nothing but sine A plus B. So we can write this as sine inverse sine A plus B. Now we can cancel sine inverse with sine if A plus B lies in the principal value range. So we'll have this first case when A plus B, it is less than or equal to pi by 2 but greater than or equal to 0. Since we have taken x and y, both of them as positive number, it cannot take a negative value. Now in this interval, this sine inverse and sine will cancel. So we'll get this E as sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, and we'll simplify this condition. So A is sine inverse of x and B is sine inverse of y. So we can write sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y is less than equal to pi by 2. Now we'll take this sine inverse y on the right hand side. So we can write sine inverse of x is less than equal to pi by 2 minus sine inverse y, and pi by 2 minus sine inverse y is cos inverse y. So we can write sine inverse x is less than equal to cos inverse of y. Now we can take sine both sides. So we can write x is less than equal to sine cos inverse y. Now we have to change cos inverse y in terms of sine inverse. So what we'll do is we'll take cos inverse y is theta, that is cos theta is y. So we'll draw a right angle triangle. So this is theta, this is y, this is 1, and this is under root of 1 minus y square. So sine theta here will be under root of 1 minus y square. So we'll get x is less than equal to under root of 1 minus y square, or we'll get this condition which is x square plus y square is less than equal to 1. So when x square plus y square is less than equal to 1, then sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y into under root 1 minus x square is equal to sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, and that is the first part of our result. When x square plus y square is less than equal to 1, then we can simply write sine inverse x plus sine inverse y as sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. Now we'll consider the second case when a plus b is greater than pi by 2 but less than or equal to pi. Now if a plus b is greater than pi by 2, we'll get the similar condition, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y is greater than pi by 2. Now we'll simplify this. We'll get x square plus y square is greater than 1. So we are dealing with the condition when x square plus y square is greater than 1. Now when a plus b is greater than pi by 2, then if we draw the graph of sine inverse of sine x, in this interval from pi by 2 to pi, this definition is minus x plus pi. So we can write this e as pi minus and then x. X in this case is a plus b. So this e, it will be pi minus sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. So we can write sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square will be equal to pi minus sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. Now we interchange both of them, then we'll get the result for the second part, which is when x square plus y square is greater than 1, in that case, the value of sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, it will be pi minus sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. So this is how we use self-adjusting property to prove formulas. Now we have proved the formula when x and y, they are both greater than 0. If x and y, they are negative number, then we'll simply use this property. Sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse of x, and then we can adjust the formula accordingly. Now, why are we getting two different results? We are getting two different results because the principal value range of sine inverse x when x is greater than or equal to 0 is from 0 to pi by 2, and for sine inverse y also it will be from 0 to pi by 2. Now, any sine inverse, its range, it will be from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So this sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square can take the maximum value of pi by 2. So this formula is valid when the sum of these two angles on the left, it is less than or equal to pi by 2. But when the angle, it is greater than pi by 2, it goes in the second quadrant, then in that case, it is no longer equal to sine inverse of this value, but it will be equal to pi minus sine inverse of x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. And we have used this formula using simple trigonometric formula. Sine a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. In the same way, we can prove the formula for sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. And here also we have taken x and y, both of them as positive numbers. Now sine inverse x minus sine inverse y will be sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square minus y under root 1 minus x square, as the formula is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Now in this case, we do not have any other condition, because if x is greater than y, then the expression on the left hand side will be positive and the expression on the right hand side will also be positive. And if x is less than y, then both these expressions will be negative. So formula is going to adjust accordingly for any positive values of x and y. So here we have just one formula, and that is sine inverse x minus sine inverse y, and it is equal to sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square minus y into under root 1 minus x square.